भारत है मुझ में, मैं ताकत हूँ, ताकत है मुझ में, मैं भारत हूँ, भारत है मुझ में, मैं ताकत हूँ, ताकत है मुझ में। हम भारत को नतमस्तक है, हम योद्धा के दो हस्तक है, हम भारत भाग्य विधाता है, हम भारत के मतदाता है। मतदान देने जाएंगे भारत के लिए, भारत के लिए।
আমি ভারতবর্ষ ভারত আমাতে আমি শক্তি ধরি শক্তি
Republic Day, the day when the constitution of a country with the largest democracy came into existence. It is the day when the heart of every Indian gets filled with pride and happiness.
At the journey that we have taken last, it is 70-75 years of time. What were we in 1947 when we became independent? Although we became independent in 47, till 1950, January 26, we did not have our own constitution. That is the guiding book. How to administer or govern ourselves. We didn't know that. You all know that this country was governed by what was called as Government of India Act 1935. It was promulgated in 1930s by the British. With little modification we could use it. But remember the swiftness with which the Constituent Assembly of that time constituted a committee to prepare the constitution document here. You know how much time they took to prepare the document? The committee was formulated within 2 weeks of independence. Within 70 days, they came up with the draft policy. When we took 2.5 years to prepare the national education policy I'm talking about. That's the kind of urgency that those people had. That's the kind of swiftness they addressed the issue. And how they would have designed the constitution which governed the entire country as a whole. That was a big challenge. And such was the case, such was the situation then. But now, if you look at what we are today, I can see a lot of smiling faces here. What are we today? We are one of the forces to reckon with in this world. Just in a matter of 70 years, with all kind of diversity, disputes, problems, issues, concerns and so on, this country has emerged as so-called Vishwa Guru. People are looking at India to bring peace to the world. Yes or no? Have you been reading? Are you in touch with the contemporary issues? Are you not? Yes, keep reading these things. Your generation is a very important generation in the history of this country. Very, very important generation it is. To bring transformation to this country, to sustain the transformation that has already occurred, to make sure that you will be the citizens of the world's most powerful country in the days to come. That's very important for us. Look at how we have transformed ourselves into. We were actually nowhere. In fact, before British invaded this country in the name of East India Company in 1750s, 1757 or so, we were very rich, no doubt. But within 100 years, that trade transformed into what is called as British governance here in 1857 or something like that. And they ruled us for 90 years. I don't call it ruled. They plundered, they robbed us for 90 years. And that left us in 1947 in such a kind of a shady state. But within 70 years, not even the time that they took to plunder, we are again back to be the world leaders. And what is Indian GDP? It is the 5th largest economy in the world, beating the colonial masters who plundered us to be at the 5th place. Now we are at 5th place. The growth rate of GDP is the best in the world, 6.5 to 6.9%. Nowhere in the world you are seeing this kind of a growth rate. You are all reading that US, Europe, everywhere there is serious recession. Yes or no? Yes. Power-outs everywhere. They're struggling hard. Look at your own neighboring country. What is happening in Pakistan? Can anybody tell me? Because the ambitions, because the vision of the country's leaders was not proper, Pakistan is facing that problem. But because all of them were right here in this democratic country, we have these kinds of growth. It is not going to, we are not going to be affected as seriously as others, in spite of the world's recession. This is the beautiful situation that we are in. This is the kind of a very strong situation we are in. Look at agriculture, green revolution. Have you heard of green revolution? Have you heard of Operation Flood, where India became one of the largest producers of milk in this world? We are the largest producers of motorbikes in the world. We are the best, probably sixth best as far as the space technology is concerned. Fourth best with respect to military. Second best with respect to the manpower, especially in the military. We have 14 lakh people as soldiers. Yes or no? Am I correct? Yeah. Only to China, who have about 20 lakh people there. We have wonderful things here, happening here. Atomic technology, where are you? Satellite technology, where are you? Space technology, where are you? We are at the top. We are at the top of all these countries, all these technologies. Industry base, 10th largest industry base that we have. You name it, your country is there. And international relationships, I did not tell you. The world looks at you. World looks at India. Everybody wants to have partnership with India. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
I am not telling something new. You all know it. Excepting a couple of enemies who they have their own kind of agenda there. That means in these 70 years, generations of people have delivered to you. In the last 2.5 decades or 2.5 generations, people have delivered to you. Remember, they did not have the comfort and convenience of today that we are enjoying. We talk so much. Even to attend these kinds of functions, we think twice. Mind you, what those people might have sacrificed for you to be here today. That's a very, very important point. If you don't understand what has happened in the past, what is our history, you cannot dream of future at all. It's impossible. You need to think of and understand the past of your country over there. And this is the right time for India. Maybe you would have read also, heard also, this is the right time for our country to take that place what it deserves in the world order. Don't you think it's very important for us? Today, peace is not assured by being calm. You need to acquire weapons and keep other people under stress or threat to make sure that you are safe. They don't attack you. That is the kind of situation we have led to. But that is unfortunate. We never wanted the education of this entire citizenry to take them to this kind of a situation. In fact, this should not have been there at all. If I am to mention just for a statistic, 5.25 lakh crores of rupees was budgeted to defense last year in this country. Have you been following the external relations policy of this country? External Affairs Minister. Who is the External Affairs Minister? Jaishankarji. Have you been following what kind of independent stance he is taking, the government is taking, which has brought this country to the center stage of the world? Earlier, in the earlier days, we used to follow either this way or this way, either Russia or maybe US. It was a bipolar world. But today, India stands as the third pole, because most countries are looking at India to guide them. Because of the kind of, not only these technological advancements, industrial advancements, GDP, other things, even moral grounds. Because you all know when China was selling duplicate vaccines to Pakistan, India was giving genuine vaccines freely to everybody, about 70 countries. Then our own country wanted, our own people wanted. Which country will do it? India wanted to have this kind of patent on COVID vaccines to be removed so that everybody can use it for the benefit of mankind. But America and Europe countries did not permit that. Look at the perspective of Indian leaders. This is what I say. You should come up with these kind of leaders. You should follow these leaders, not the people who are dirty, who don't guide you in the proper direction. Yesterday I was mentioning, if a country gets spoiled, it is not because of the action of the culprits or bad people, but it is because of the inaction of the good people. If you don't go and vote to right persons, you are bound to get the kind of people you deserve. Thank you very much.